somebody who has been taking a lot of time and energy to hold the door, make sure everything continues to go the way that it should. For me, it feels like when I worked in retail and you had like a huge member, like really important member of the team out on vacation for 2 weeks, and you were like, it shouldn't be as scary as it is to not have you working, but it changes the whole schedule. Like there's someone here who's like about to get through the end of someone else's vacation and then their workload goes back down. Or if somebody's been working on something with regards to your marriage, for example, perhaps there's a breakthrough for you in therapy. There's a sense that things are going to be easier if you just kind of keep holding out for a little bit longer. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. Hello, Bob. How you doing? What shall we start with? Oh, did you notice I have new lights? I don't know if they're going to stay there. I'm not 100% loving it there, but a little bit more light. Hello, Jordan. How are you doing? What else do we have? Oh, and a quick announcement for those that are in the stars or towers for membership. The members only live stream was moved to Sunday at 6 p.m. Central, so I hope you can make it. All right, we have the Three of Wands in the reverse and the Emperor in the reverse. Someone who's been dealing with resistance or feeling fatigued. It's been over a long period of time, not something that happened in one moment. And it looks like we have someone who sees something differently as a result of the things that they've been going through. Hello, Tommy. How are you doing? Thank you. Hello, Wicked. What's up? What else do we have? The Nine of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Fool in the reverse. Yeah. Someone's just kind of worried that it's always going to be this difficult. Like, is it always going to be this challenging? I've heard people talk about the terrible twos this way. When I had a kid, the energy was different. They were just kind of sleeping all the time, but then they get to age 2 and they're rambunctious and they're all over the place. I'm not a parent, so I can't speak to that, but it's like I've heard other people advise other parents, like it'll change. Just wait, give it some time. They get through that time frame, right? So this is saying it's not going to be like a forever situation, and there is a change coming, but whoever I'm reading for, this King of Wands, there's this question mark of, is this actually going to improve? Is this going to end, or am I always going to be dealing with this problem? Hello, B to Z. How are you doing? Hello, Rachel. How's your day? Hello, Internet Deep. How are you? Hello, Fancy. Hello, loading now. We've got the Six of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Moon in the reverse. Okay, so this King of Wands has hit a wall or run into some issues because of another person with not so great intentions. So this King of Wands has to, it's like I have to do the work of more than one person. It feels kind of like we have somebody who could help, but they don't feel like it. And so yet again, you're the one who has to do all of the work, whether that's a colleague at your workplace or if that is someone you're married to, right? Hello, Spooky. How you doing? I hope so, Joshua. I do those occasionally, John. Well, probably more than occasionally. During the personal questions, usually about 30 minutes in. If you want to guarantee getting your question answered, tipping or donating would be the recommendation. But I really do prefer to avoid help questions, and I'm not doing any spells. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you don't like it, real. So we've got the Three of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, more and more this feels like somebody who is either dealing with a group of people or dealing with a workplace. And there's toxic energies there, people who make offers, or people who make it seem like they want to be your friend, or people who seem like they're on your side, but then they throw you under the bus, which I can understand. There's definitely workplaces out there like that, right? Hello, Vishal. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Two of Wands in the reverse. So this King of Wands, it does not need to be a man, by the way, but this King of Wands energy is someone who has been undeterred, keeps moving forward, does not want to be quick to stop whatever they're pursuing or whatever this project is that they're working on, even though there is definitely a pretty serious adversary here or somebody who's not really looking to help them. It's like if you were in a town that you're not familiar with and you ask a local, how do I get to this street? And that local happens to really dislike tourists and they tell you the exact wrong side of the city. It would be like that. This is somebody who's like, I don't want you to do well. I don't want you to accomplish whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. I want it to be difficult for you. This is what the King of Wands has been up against. Now, this could be someone who's actively trying to make your workplace feel challenging. This could be somebody who is sending a lot of negative energy your way or trying to start rumors about you. Hello, Ollie. Hello, Corey. How you doing? Hello, Shayla. How's your day? This is the OG, the Rider-Waite, or the Waite-Smith. Ten of Swords in the reverse, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Queen of Cups. In the face of adversity or an actual adversary, someone who's trying to get you to like lower your standards or stoop to their level, whoever I'm reading for, you are coming through as this Queen of Cups. You remain gracious or true to your character. You don't let them pull you into some petty drama or back and forth. And for some of you, that's as simple as saying, I'm going to keep my head down and focus on my work, and we'll see how your work ends up looking. Because you're over here worrying about somebody else's stuff, and I'm trying to make sure that I tackle what I need to, because there's a sense of I'm a part of a team. I'm going to do what I need to. For others of you, this is someone who tries to be a problem in a relationship, a friend who doesn't support the relationship, perhaps even a family member who doesn't support it. With that Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, this is somebody who's making the King of Wands feel like they have to choose between a person they've known for a very long time and a person that they're falling in love with. Because they are picturing this Ten of Cups, this like long-term sense of belonging. So take it how it resonates, whether it's a work environment or a romantic connection. Hello, Samira. How are you doing? Hello, Satsuka. How are you doing? Hello, Nahuela. Did I say that right? We've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Emperor with the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so it's like here, you can have your recess or you can earn your promotion or your bonus if you solve this impossible to solve puzzle for people in a different industry. It's like they give you an impossible task and they're like, this will be funny. We'll see if you can actually do it. And then you do it. You're like, okay, I know it's difficult, but I'll do it. Hello, Stephanie. How you doing? Sí, hablo español, pero no soy, ¿cómo se dice? Yo aprendí cómo hablar español más o menos cuando yo vivía en México como estudiante, pero solamente por 4 meses. Y no tengo mucha oportunidad de hablarlo. No he visitado Argentina. ¿Se dice Argentina o Argentina? Hello, me. How you doing? Hello, Rick. Hello, Woozy. Yes. Hello, Nitu. What's up? We've got 7 of Pentacles in the reverse and Temperance. So what I expected to cause mayhem and be a problem you couldn't fix, you handled calmly. It's making me think about a long time ago. I was a new manager, still talking about working retail apparently. And the store started on fire. No big deal. Everybody stay calm. Everybody, don't do what I think you're gonna do. Just chill. Stay cool. But like, you know, we handled it. I had a good team that I was working with and some smart people in the building, and I handled it. All except for one thing. My boss called me. He's like, hey, so like I heard there's a fire at the store. And I was like, oh yeah, no, I just wanted to like handle it without having to like ask you how to do anything because, you know, I know you like to have Sundays off. And he's like, okay, but the store's on fire, so like I kind of need to know that. I was like, but I handled it. This is somebody who maybe people expected you to not know what to do. Maybe they expected you to need somebody else's help. Maybe they expected that you would be so flustered that you wouldn't notice what's really going on, but you did it. You managed it. It's like someone handed you a tray with 18 martini glasses, full martini glasses on it, and you were like, I got this. Give me a straw, I could probably drink from one of them. Still manage it. Like, you didn't get as flustered as this person expected you to be. So with the 10 of Wands, this project or this challenge, this thing that someone thought you couldn't do, you're about to finish it or you have finished it. And this individual who wanted to challenge you, what are we calling you? Stop, that's not funny. Oh, Lord. Well, they came through as the Queen of Wands in the reverse. And for some of you, this could be your boss. I'm not gonna lie. This is a salty individual. Can we just call them Captain Salty? Because that could be any gender, right? Hello, Stephanie. Thank you for the tip. Let me write down your question real quick. Ooh. When does it get easier? Career and love? I got you. Yeah, I concur. All right. The 7 of Swords, though, is this Captain Salty feeling like there's no way you would have been able to figure this out. There's got to be some sort of trickery here. I set you up with like the most difficult challenge, and you're telling me you were just like beep boop beep boop all done. Like they handed you the Rubik's Cube and expected you to languish over it for like 18 hours, and you handed it back to them in 4 hours, and you're like, isn't it pretty? I know, I love it. It's the first time I ever tried it, but 4 hours isn't too bad. And they're like, how did this was supposed to keep you out of my hair. This was supposed to keep you distracted, or this was supposed to like frustrate you. Whatever they were trying to do, it wasn't a very good thing. It was like busy work. 8 of Cups in the reverse. 4 Wands. So you weren't supposed to be able to do it, but you do it, and now you are able to bring back up that conversation. Hey, why aren't we married? Hey, why haven't I been promoted? Hey, haven't I earned a raise by now? Hey, could you treat me better than that? There's definitely now that I've addressed that, now that we can put that behind us and that project is done, let's talk about what I need. Let's talk about what needs to change here. And this Emperor is like, what? I thought you were going to be busy for days, eons, years, decades, whatever. Hello, Matt. I totally appreciate that. Hello, Starseed. How's it going? Oh. Hello, Santiago. This is the Black Tarot. What else do we have? The Tower, the 3 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords. So I put you in an escape room by yourself, and you figured out how to get out all on your own. I thought you were going to be frustrated. I thought you were going to quit. I thought you were going to say, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. I thought you were going to give in. I thought you were going to say, okay, just kidding, you're right. But instead, you're the King of Wands. You're like, I figured it out. What's up? There was a time when I needed to reach out to customer support for a certain platform because it was confusing to different accounts, and I figured it out. I figured out the technology for it. That's like what this person is. They're expecting you not to be able to address the problem, but you figure it out anyways. You don't need somebody else's help. So what happens now? Now they have to admit that they were never going to give you that promotion. Now they have to admit that they won their first legal case, but they still don't want to marry you. You guys know what movie I'm referencing? I bet some of you do. Hello, Jordan. Thank you for the tip. Let me write down your question real quick. For love and money, please. I got you. Hello, Devyantia. How you doing? All right, what else do we have? Two of Wands and the Page of Cups in the reverse. Nah, you weren't supposed to figure it out. I sent you on a wild goose chase, and I thought it was going to take you long enough where I could do whatever maybe I just want to take a nap at work, like Homer Simpson style. And I thought if you had like a puzzle to do that I could get away with that and nobody would notice. But now you're like back here asking for more work and stuff. Who is this person you're dealing with? This is like somebody who's like, no, sorry, I can't do the laundry. I'm repairing something in the attic. And all they're doing is sitting there like hitting the hammer against like the frame, making noises so that it sounds like they're busy because they don't want to do the laundry. And then you finish the laundry and you go upstairs and you realize there's no project at all and you're confused. Like, did you just need like a vacation? Like, I feel like we could have had a conversation about this. Knight of Spears or Knight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. Yeah, it's all about timing here. You surprise someone with your ability to wrap up a project or a difficult project very quickly or very adeptly when you like don't have the directions for the IKEA furniture, or there's like a missing screw. I don't know. You solve a problem and they're like, "Wow, okay. I don't know what to do now." Hello, Rose. How's it going? Hello. Is it Christina? Hello, Sita. All right. This is the Earth and Bone Oracle. What else do we have? Migration, initiate, beginnings, freedom, adventure, and first step. So I feel like this is maybe a superior or somebody who felt like you weren't going to figure something out, right? Initiate, somebody who's just starting out, or it's your first day and you're like, no, I got this figured out. Shelter, spiritual growth, revival, accountability, and healing. You can be accountable for that task. You figure out what you need to do, and then you're like, okay, what do I need to do now? Give me another project. What's up? Hello, Nancy. How are you doing? We have apprentice, number 4, higher education, knowledge, beliefs, and wisdom. I didn't know you knew how to do that. I didn't know you were that resourceful. Well, you didn't ask. All right, this is the Gilded Reverie. For some of you, you may be too smart for someone to manipulate, and they thought they would be able to manipulate you, but you know more than they expected you to. We have number 21, the Mountain, which, as we know, is talking about challenges. This is the here, then fix this, and then come talk to me. But I know you won't be able to do it. And then you do it. We've got number 31, which is the Sun. That's that knowledge or wisdom that you have. The Apprentice card, where you do better than expected. So this person who thought they had laid a very intelligent trap for you realizes that they're going to have to work on their effort. They really want to make things difficult for you. You're too smart. We've got the Book, number 26, and the Mask. Oh, this makes so much sense now. Why did they think that you wouldn't be able to do this? Because they don't understand it. Okay, so look, some of you are dealing with a kind of stubborn partner, like romantic partner, who says you do it then because they're frustrated with something, they just don't want to do it. This is a little bit more likely to be a workplace situation where someone who doesn't know what they claim to know is being mean to you because you know more than they do. Because you know some of the stuff they don't know, but have claimed to know. So we got a fraud. We got somebody who's like, look how smart I am. And they don't know the stuff that they're expecting other people around them to know. So that could explain a few things, like maybe if they're trying to get you to do some of their work, or if they're, I don't know, just like trying to be a jerk. Hello, TG. How are you doing? Hello, Evan. How are you doing? This is the Situations deck. We've got Settlement and Interlude. Yeah, I thought I could sit here and be like Homer Simpson at the nuclear plant, put my feet up and relax because we agreed that you had to get this work done. And then you get it done in like record time. And I'm like, what do I do now? They tried to trap you. Entrapment. Focused. And they are fascinated by how quickly you solve this problem or by how quickly you manage something that is supposed to be above your pay grade. But you're like, boop, you did it. Is that what you were talking about? Do you have another one? That was fun. So we've got TikTok. They were looking at how long it would take you to do this, and they're impressed. They're surprised, more like. But also realizing if you're that good at it, you're going to figure them out. If you're that smart and you're curious, you're going to ask questions, you're going to notice patterns. They view you as a threat now because you are so intelligent. Shucksy doodles. All right. I'm going to dive into those personal questions. I agree, next of kin. So we've got Stephanie up first. When does it get easier for Stephanie regarding career, please? When does it get easier for Stephanie regarding career? Ten of Cups, Six of Swords in the reverse, Justice in the reverse. It looks like this is tied to a decision that you make or are contemplating making at this point regarding where you belong, whether that's this is the type of role I want to do, or this is the type of industry I want to work in, or maybe I want to move to a different market. There's something here where I feel like a decision has yet to be made or something is not finalized. And as a result, with the Six of Swords being in the reverse, this is like you're not arriving at that destination or that like checkpoint because there's still something here that needs to happen. There's still something that's causing delays, but you do have the ability to make that decision. Yeah, this is saying there's something new for you with regards to career. You just have to pivot towards that. And when does it get easier for Stephanie? Sorry for saying your name weird. For Stephanie with regards to love, please. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Fool in the reverse. Judgment. Seven of Swords. I would say this is around 1 month from now. Could be tied to the decision that you make with regards to your career. So that has to happen and then it's a month from then. Or you do it within this month and then that thing happens. But with the Fool in the reverse, this is like a choice that you resist making because there's someone else on your mind. Maybe you expect to be mistreated or you expect to not be able to trust this person because we've got this Seven of Swords. But it does feel to me like you change your mind about someone. So a lot of it with regards to love is tied to your ability to use that discernment and intuition appropriately so that you can make the right judgments on people around you. Hello, Tay. How you doing? All right, and then we have Jordan up next, which was love and money. What do we have for Jordan regarding love, please? Let me get a different tarot deck, actually. We're going to go with the Golden Girls. I hope you don't mind, Jordan. What do we have for love for Jordan, please? King of Cups. Nine of Swords in the reverse, Three of Cups in the reverse. Now, there feels to me like we've got somebody who you get rather intrigued by or um, excited about, but a close friend, or perhaps more than one friend, is like, why do you like that person? That's a choice. There's a lack of approval here from your friends. And we've got Two of Pentacles in the reverse, Seven of Cups in the reverse, and I feel like they're right. So I do feel like this would be before the end of the year. Someone calling it like they see it and being right about something in your love life that needs to change, or that like you deserve better than that, or this person seems kind of shady to me. How about I introduce you to my friend instead? That kind of thing. Hello, Key Controller. How are you doing? Oh, I hope that heals. And what about for money? What does Jordan need to know about money, please? Queen of Cups in the reverse. Eight of Wands in the reverse. Knight of Swords. The Sun in the reverse. Or sorry, the Fool in the reverse. This feels like something happening with very little notice. A change that happens in pay or in workload, or an increase in rent that seems rather unfair, property taxes, something here where you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't expect this change. So this is like a little heads up that something could increase at the start of the year, to be a little bit more reserved or frugal through the end of the year, because you will get information in the probably the first month of the year that is talking about something being a little bit more outrageous for you than you expected. So being a little bit more cautious with money is going to work out well for you. And I feel like when you adjust, it's something that works pretty well. So I don't feel like it's like you don't get to eat your favorite food or whatever. It's as like the sooner you prepare for it, or like try to set aside a little bit of money each month, the easier it is for you to deal with it. All right. Hello, Tanya. How are you doing? Oh, I hope that gets better. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. And thank you for hyping the video.